Welcome to Wild Tracks, where Zambia's wilderness comes alive. From stealthy predators lurking beneath the river to ruthless lion battles on the savannah, nature's eternal struggle unfolds. Giants roam, hunters prowl, and survival is the only law. Join us as we explore a land where every sunrise brings a new hunt, and every shadow hides a predator. The fiery dawn and the silent predator. As the first light of dawn spills over Zambia, the sky ignites in hues of crimson and gold, casting a shimmering reflection across the still waters of the Luangwa River. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth, and a morning mist clings to the surface, momentarily masking the true nature of what lies beneath. Though the scene appears tranquil, this is an illusion. A deadly game of survival is already in motion. Beneath the surface, where the light barely penetrates, a massive Nile crocodile lies in wait, motionless, disguised among the floating debris. To the untrained eye, it is nothing more than a rotting log, an inanimate part of the landscape. But this deception is its greatest weapon. Millions of years of evolution have made it a master of ambush, perfectly tuned to exploit the vulnerability of any creature that dares to lower its guard. At the river's edge, a herd of impalas approaches, delicate, graceful, yet forever cautious. Their large, dark eyes flick nervously across the water, searching for threats unseen. They know the river is dangerous. They have lost kin here before. But thirst is a powerful force, and eventually, instincts override caution. One impala steps forward, lowering its head, nostrils flaring as it drinks. Then, an explosion of violence. The water, once still, erupts in a furious surge as the crocodile launches itself upward, jaws agape. With a force of over 5,000 pounds per square inch, its teeth snap shut around its victim's slender frame. The impala has no chance. With a violent twist of its armored body, the crocodile initiates the infamous death roll, tearing muscle from bone, dragging its prey into the depths. Here, it will hold its struggling victim beneath the water, waiting patiently for the final convulsions before consumption. Yet, in the wild, no predator feasts without competition. On the riverbank, another set of hunters waits in the shadows, a pride of lions. As panic ripples through the herd, the impalas scatter in a desperate attempt to escape. But the lions, ever opportunistic, seize their moment. The lionesses, built for speed and precision, move with lethal agility. They do not roar, they do not hesitate. They simply act. A tawny blur streaks forward, muscles rippling, eyes locked on a target. Within seconds, another impala falls, not to the jaws of a reptile, but to the crushing force of feline claws. Then, the roar of a male lion splits the morning air, reverberating across the savannah. It is not just a victory cry. It is a warning. The feast belongs to the pride now. As the sun rises higher, bathing the land in golden light, the battle for survival continues. Some have perished, others have triumphed, but for every hunter, there is always another predator lurking, waiting for its turn in nature's relentless cycle. The Ruthless Lion Kingdom. Zambia's Luangwa Valley is home to one of the largest lion prides in the region, boasting 17 members. For 3 years, the dominant males, Axel and Mo, have ruled this vast land. But time is unkind. Age dulls their strength, their once thick manes thinning, their bodies scarred from battles past. To the north, another pride, the Hollywood pride, faces a crisis. With no male protector, the 6 lionesses struggle to maintain control over their territory. Their alpha female knows that without a new dominant male, their future is uncertain. Then, fate intervenes. From the horizon, 4 nomadic male lions appear, young and powerful, eyes filled with ambition. At the head of this coalition is Thor, the most aggressive of the group, eager to claim a kingdom of his own. These intruders are not here for peace. They are here to conquer. As the sun sets, Axel and Mo-O, the aging rulers, emerge from the shadows to confront the invaders. Their muscles tense. Their roars shake the ground. But the battle is uneven. When dawn breaks, the battlefield is stained red. Mo lies defeated, Axel has fled, and Thor's reign has begun. Yet, the true conquest is not just over territory. To secure their bloodline, the new rulers must eliminate all cubs sired by the former kings. The laws of nature are brutal. Only the offspring of the victors may survive. The lionesses watch in silent despair as the new kings carry out their merciless purge. Elephants under siege. Deep in Zambia's vast wilderness, herds of African elephants move in slow, deliberate procession. Their heavy footfalls stirring up dust beneath the golden light of dawn. These towering creatures, the largest land animals on Earth, are not aimless wanderers. They are guided by memory, following paths etched into their minds across generations. At the head of each herd is the matriarch, a leader not chosen by strength alone but by wisdom accumulated over decades. She remembers the ancient routes to water, the safe havens in times of drought, and the dangers lurking in the shadows. Their society is built on intelligence, deep emotional bonds, and an intricate communication system that extends far beyond vocalizations. Through infrasound, low-frequency rumbles that travel for miles, elephants send messages undetectable to human ears. A mother reassures her calf with a gentle touch of her trunk, while distant herds coordinate movements without ever seeing each other. Yet despite their strength, despite their says they are not invincible, though lions may prey on the very young, sick, or injured, their greatest enemy is not one of nature's design, it is mankind. The most formidable predator of the elephant walks on 2 legs, armed not with claws or fangs, but with rifles and greed. The stillness of the forest is shattered by a sound that does not belong, the crack of a gunshot. Birds explode from the trees, trumpeting cries of alarm ripple through the herd. A massive bull elephant staggers, his towering form swaying as a dark red stain blooms against his thick hide. His legs buckle, the ground trembles beneath his fall. His final breath escapes into the cool morning air, carrying with it a tragedy that has played out too many times before. The rest of the herd panics, their instincts screaming for them to flee. But they do not simply abandon their fallen brother. They hesitate, circling him, reaching out with their trunks in an agonizing display of grief. Elephants mourn their dead, just as humans do. They recognize loss, returning to the bones of their loved ones years after their deaths, tracing their tusks and skulls with a gentleness that speaks of memory and sorrow. But today there is no time for mourning. Poachers are near, and survival demands that they run. The crocodiles, ancient lords of the river. As dusk falls over the Luangwa River, shadows ripple across the water. This is the domain of the Nile crocodile, one of the most powerful predators on Earth. Reaching lengths of over 6 meters and weighing up to 700 kilos, these armored reptiles are relics of a prehistoric past. Tonight, the river is alive with movement. A bloated hippopotamus carcass drifts near the shallows, a feast too great to ignore. Dozens of crocodiles converge, their massive jaws snapping with terrifying force. The air is filled with the sound of splintering bones and the deep guttural growls of dominance. Smaller crocodiles attempt to join the banquet, but the giants quickly drive them away with savage bites. In this world, strength is the ultimate currency. Those too weak to fight must wait or starve. Near the riverbank, another crocodile larger than the rest lurks beneath the surface. Its unblinking eyes watch as a herd of impalas arrives to drink. One young antelope hesitates, then steps forward. The water barely ripples. Then, an explosion of movement. The impala is gone, vanished beneath the murky depths. The river, once tranquil, returns to its deceptive calm. Here, death comes without warning, and only the cautious survive. The eternal struggle, lions versus time. In the vast, untamed landscapes of Zambia, the golden grasslands stretch endlessly, punctuated by ancient trees and the winding curves of the Luangwa River. This is a land where power is measured in blood, where the mighty rise and fall with each passing season. The lion prides that dominate these territories are constantly tested, not just by rivals, but by the unrelenting passage of time. The younger males, full of vigor and ambition, push forward, while the aging kings, once invincible, begin to falter. Though Axel and Mo ruled for years, their time has ended. Thor and his coalition have seized power, but their reign is far from secure. In the shadows, other nomadic males lurk, silent, calculating, waiting for the right moment. Strength alone does not ensure survival. Strategy, timing, and alliances are just as crucial. While Thor and his brothers revel in their new dominance, another challenge is already forming on the horizon. The battle for control never truly ends. It only changes hands. The silent hunters of the night. Not all battles in Zambia are fought in broad daylight. As the sun dips below the horizon, a new class of predators takes the stage. Leopards, the elusive and solitary kings of the trees, move like ghosts through the darkness. Their spotted coats provide the perfect camouflage, blending seamlessly with the dappled shadows of the savanna. Unlike lions, leopards do not rule in groups. They rely on stealth and precision, their muscular bodies built for silent ambushes. A lone leopard crouches in the tall grass, eyes locked onto a group of unsuspecting baboons settling into the branches for the night. The primates are wary, knowing that the darkness holds dangers they cannot see. With a sudden burst of energy, the leopard springs forward, moving like a streak of shadow. The baboons scream in alarm, scrambling for higher ground. But one is too slow. The leopard's jaws clamp down with a suffocating grip, and within moments, the forest falls silent once more. In Zambia, survival is not just about brute force. It is about mastery of the hunt. the giants that walk among us. Elephants, the largest land animals on Earth, are not just passive wanderers of the Zambian plains. Their intelligence rivals that of primates, their emotions as complex as those of humans. Every wrinkle in their thick, leathery skin tells a story of survival. Every deep rumble from their throats, a message understood only by their kind. In times of drought, these gentle giants become architects of the land, using their massive tusks and powerful trunks to dig deep into the dry riverbeds in search of water. Entire ecosystems depend on their wisdom. Where elephants go, life follows. Yet despite their size and strength, they are vulnerable. Poachers lurk in the shadows, driven by greed, their rifles poised to claim another victim. But elephants do not forget. Herds that have lost members to human cruelty remember the scent, the shape, the sound of danger. They learn, adapt, and in some cases, seek vengeance. There have been reports of elephants attacking villages that once harbored poachers, an eerie display of memory and justice. Still, conservationists fight to protect them. Sanctuaries across Zambia, such as South Luangwa and Kafue National Park, provide safe havens where these creatures can roam freely, untouched by the darkness of human greed. But for how long? The monsters beneath the surface. While lions reign over the land and leopards haunt the shadows of the trees, the rivers of Zambia belong to a predator far more ancient, a creature whose lineage stretches back over 200 million years. The Nile crocodile, unchanged by time, is a living relic of the prehistoric past. With its armor-like scales, dagger-like teeth, and a bite force exceeding 5,000 pounds per square inch, stronger than that of any land predator, it is the undisputed ruler of Zambia's waterways. But to see crocodiles as mere killing machines would be a mistake. These creatures are masters of patience and deception, their reptilian minds more complex than they appear. Rather than chasing prey, they become the river itself, lurking beneath the surface in eerie stillness, eyes and nostrils barely breaking the waterline. A single flick of the tail can send them gliding forward, silent as death, unnoticed until it is far too late. When the moment is right, they strike with lightning speed, dragging their victims into the depths in a bone-crushing death roll, one of nature's most efficient killing techniques. Yet within their brutal existence, there is order. Large males dominate prime hunting grounds, not by constant combat, but through sheer presence. The biggest, most battle-worn crocodiles rule through intimidation, their scars serving as warnings to would-be challengers. Though disputes do arise, these predators prefer to settle their hierarchy through displays of dominance, intense posturing, deep guttural growls, and slow, menacing lunges. Tonight, however, words are not enough. The river is tense. A massive bull crocodile, his body marked by the wounds of countless battles, watches from the murky depths as a younger male moves into his territory. The intruder is strong, ambitious, and hungry for power. The elder watches, unmoving, waiting to see if the younger will submit or dare to challenge. Then, an explosion of water. The younger crocodile lunges, his jaws snapping shut with enough force to break bone. But the old king is not so easily dethroned. With terrifying speed, he counters, slamming his opponent with a sweep of his muscular tail. The river churns as the two behemoths clash, their armored bodies rolling through the dark waters, powerful limbs thrashing. The battle is violent but swift. Experience triumphs over ambition. Blood mingles with the river's currents as the younger crocodile, battered and bruised, slinks away in defeat. For now, the River King remains undefeated. But in this world, no reign lasts forever. One day, another challenger will rise, and the battle will begin again. The Avian Guardians of Zambia. Not all rulers of this land walk on four legs. Some command the skies, watching over the golden plains with unchallenged authority. High above the rivers and savannas of Zambia, mighty wings slice through the air, riding invisible currents. The African fish eagle, Zambia's national bird, is both a sentinel and a hunter. Its piercing cry a signature sound of the wild. From its perch atop a towering tree, it surveys its domain with eyesight so sharp that it can spot a fish breaking the surface from hundreds of feet away. With a sudden burst of power, the eagle takes flight, its wings beating with effortless strength. It locks onto its prey, a fish struggling in the river's shallows. Within moments, it descends, talons outstretched like daggers. The water erupts upon impact, but the eagle's grip is unyielding. With a triumphant beat of its wings, it ascends once more, the shimmering fish caught in its deadly grasp. A ruler of the skies, it is a symbol of power, precision, and the untamed spirit of Zambia's wilderness. But the eagle is not alone in shaping the balance of this wild kingdom. Other birds, too, play their vital roles, each with its own function in nature's intricate web. The marabou stork, with its hunched posture and grotesque bare head, may lack the grace of the eagle, but it serves an equally critical purpose. It is nature's cleaner, a scavenger of the highest order. Feasting on carrion and rotting flesh, it ensures that no corpse lingers long enough to spread disease. With its towering frame and dagger-like bill, the marabou is an essential enforcer of nature's relentless cycle, turning death into sustenance. Then there is the secretary bird, a striking figure on the open plains. Unlike most birds of prey, it hunts on foot, striding through the grass with remarkable agility. Its prey? Venomous snakes. With lightning-fast kicks, its powerful legs strike with enough force to crush bone, rendering even the deadliest serpents defenseless. In a land where danger lurks in every shadow, the secretary bird plays an unseen role in maintaining balance, ensuring that predators and prey remain in check. Together, these avian guardians serve as nature's watchful eyes, its silent enforcers. Whether soaring through the sky, cleaning the land, or neutralizing hidden threats, they remind us that power in the wild comes in many forms. Some creatures rule through strength, others through patience, but all are bound by the same unbreakable law of survival. A land of eternal conflict. As the night deepens, Zambia does not sleep. The wilderness stirs, years, alive with movement, ruled by those who thrive in the shadows. The eerie laughter of the spotted hyena echoes across the plains, a ghostly sound that unsettles prey and rival predators alike. To the untrained ear, it may seem like mindless cackling, but each vocalization has meaning, an intricate language of dominance, coordination, and strategy. Hyenas are often misunderstood, dismissed as mere scavengers, yet they are among the most efficient predators of the African wilderness. Their bite force, one of the strongest of any mammal, allows them to crush bone with ease, extracting vital nutrients inaccessible to others. Unlike lions, which rely on brute strength and coordinated ambush, hyenas hunt with endurance, their powerful limbs carrying them for miles in pursuit of weakened prey. Their social structure, led by dominant females, is one of the most complex in the animal kingdom, built on intelligence, cooperation, and a hierarchy that ensures survival in a land that does not forgive weakness. A lone hyena approaches the site of a recent lion kill, its eyes glinting in the moonlight. The pride still feasting, emits deep guttural growls. A warning. The lion's golden coats are stained with the remnants of the hunt, their bellies full, but their tempers remain short. Yet the hyena is patient. It knows that time is on its side. The lions will eat their fill, and once they are done, whether by choice or by the pressure of approaching competitors, they will abandon the carcass. Then, the scavengers will move in, ensuring that nothing is wasted. Even the bones, stripped bare, will eventually be ground into dust, returning to the earth in a continuous cycle of life and death. In this land, survival is not a matter of strength alone. It belongs to those who are cunning, resilient, and adaptable. The hyena, though despised by some and feared by others, is a testament to nature's brutal efficiency. As the first light of dawn begins to stretch across the savanna, the cycle of conflict renews itself. Another hunt will soon begin. Another struggle will unfold. And as always, only the strongest, smartest, or most resourceful will see another sunrise. The unwritten laws of the wild. Zambia's wilderness is a kingdom without mercy, where survival is dictated by ancient laws that no creature can escape. Here, power is fleeting, and no ruler reigns forever. The lions, though mighty, are merely transient sovereigns, challenged by younger rivals, weakened by time, and ever aware that their dominance is borrowed, not owned. In the waters, the crocodiles wait, relics of a prehistoric age, their patience as formidable as their bite. With armored bodies and cold, unblinking eyes, they embody the quiet terror of inevitability, striking with ruthless precision when the moment is right. On the land, the elephants march, giants burdened by memory. They are living archives of the savanna, recalling ancient droughts and hidden water holes, the faces of fallen kin, and the paths trodden by generations before them. Their society is built upon knowledge passed down through matriarchs who have weathered the storms of time. Yet even they, despite their strength and wisdom, are not exempt from nature's decree. Beneath this raw brutality, however, lies an undeniable beauty. The land pulses with an unbreakable rhythm, one that has existed long before the first human footsteps ever disturbed the dust. Each creature, from the smallest insect to the apex predators, plays a part in this intricate web of existence. The impalas move like whispers across the golden plains, ever vigilant, their bodies tuned to the slightest shift in the air, a rustle in the grass. The painted wolves run in perfect synchrony, their bond stronger than blood, their survival dependent on loyalty and cooperation rather than sheer strength alone. Even the scavengers, the hyenas and vultures, serve their purpose, ensuring nothing in the yield goes to waste. As dawn breaks once more, streaking the sky in hues of crimson and gold, the cycle renews itself. The hunters will hunt, swift and relentless. The prey will flee, driven by instinct older than memory. The strong will rise, and the weak will fall. Somewhere in the vastness of Zambia's wilderness, another battle is already beginning, a silent struggle that has played out for millennia, unchanged and eternal. As the sun sets over the untamed wilderness, the cycle of life continues. Hunters stalk, prey flees, and the battle for survival never ends. In this world, power is fleeting, but the rhythm of nature remains unbroken. If you love the wild and the stories it tells, subscribe to follow more incredible journeys into nature's raw and untamed heart.